Hey people, solstice, right? 21st of June, official first day of summer. Cheers. So my friend Everett sent me a earthing mat to use while I sit here at the computer. But in getting it and setting it up, I discovered through the test that my plugs here in this room are not grounded. So I had to ask Everett to send me a rod, a grounding rod, which should be here today. Haven't started to read the book, but I already understand the premise of it. I just wanted to acknowledge and thank you, Everett, publicly. The mat is out in the other room waiting for the other part, so I'd show that too. But I have been going out every day and walking around barefoot. And I think you have to do it for a while before you can say you really feel any or notice any differences. But I like the way it feels already. I'll say that much. So I'll keep it simple and just talk mainly about music and whatever else pops. Well, that's what I usually do. Not much on my mind this morning except actually people and family. My family got together over the weekend to celebrate birthdays and Father's Day, and I love that my sisters post pictures on social media so I can see them. Everybody's looking really good. I love my people. Always good to hear from you people. Terry, Rob Paniques, love it. All of you. Love it. So yesterday, I watched a documentary. I've seen the South Bank show. I mean, folks, y'all don't even know how deep I go with my nerdiness regarding investigating music. I can't remember everything to tell you. But it's my primary interest in life, actually, is the arts. And so I am constantly not watching movies, but when I'm watching, I'm looking for music stuff, science stuff too. So yesterday I watched a really good 2018 documentary about Public Image Limited, Johnny Lydon. Got to see them about the time that documentary was made. Tried to meet Johnny, but that was almost, it was just like I didn't want to wait forever. There was a possibility. Good documentary, though. And do I like John Lydon? Yes, I do. Someone gave me his book. I started to read it. When I first started to read it, it didn't connect. I've read it since then, piecemeal. Okay, music. Yesterday was Eric Dolphy's eternal birthday. I don't know how old he would be if he were still alive. Prompted me to pull this and play this. Last Date, Eric Dolphy. This is another album I got through Will Smith, the downbeat jazz writer who worked at the local newspaper. My dad and I were security guards there together for a time in the 70s, and Will and my dad were very, very close. And so when a friend of Will's was selling his record collection, he made sure that my dad and I got first pick. And this is one of those albums, along with the John Coltrane I showed you, the Cosmic Music. This is awesome. I understand this is one of Eric Dolphy's last performances before his death. And it's very intense. The man was on a trajectory that no one else was on at the time. Really intense. I was sitting out in the living room yesterday, like I said, watching, and then I took a break from that, and I have 3 stereos in the house. This is my utilitarian one. It's a good one. The one in the living room, the turntable out there is I don't play it much, but it's a really good Pioneer old turntable. But what's cool is when I do go out there and listen to records, the fidelity, and I notice, my God, that turntable is amazing. It just really plays. I forget what kind of cartridge it is. Anyway, I pulled this because I've been, I just kind of will pull stuff and say, is this still staying? Like, for example, the other day I pulled some Aha. I like the band, but it's like, that goes, that'll be being traded, okay? But this, Teja Bell, Summer Sweet Rising Sun. It's produced by Teja Bell with John Burnoff. This is one of those new age records. Hate that term. This is beautiful, though. It is more beautiful than Treacly. That was always my complaint about the commercial push of new age, supposedly music, is that of course they dumb it down and they make it innocuous, or is that the right word? They make it meaningless, like wallpaper music. George Winston died recently, rest in peace. I applaud George Winston for what he did with his label, and he was a good musician. But I found his records really unengaging, and I don't have any of them anymore. I've had some. I have some Windham Hill, but again, it's like it's down low as far as my regard overall. I'm just glad that he did what he did. Man, I should have refilled my cup before I started talking. I've been contemplating grabbing more chunks of my jazz collection, and I just didn't do it this morning. I almost did, but I didn't. So what can I grab that's right quick? Because it's still on my mind about jazz. And it's important. It is important. So, like, for example, these I'm just grabbing. I didn't get them all. Piano. We didn't talk about piano. Thelonious Monk. Okay? The man had mental health issues, but he was a musical genius. All you got to do is listen. Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane, right? Two giants. Best of Thelonious Monk. I have more. Dang it. I have more. What's the deal? This is real good. Underground. And what a iconic album cover, too. That's a fantastic cover. Great album. And this one, Monk. You gotta know your Monk. What's right next to Thelonious Monk? Meredith Monk. Dolman music, I have more of hers too. This is not easy listening, but this is a journey, and it's educational, and it's sometimes hard to understand exactly what she was doing. But that's the beauty of humanity, is that, we're wonderfully alive, and everything that we do doesn't necessarily make sense on the surface. Her music is intense and good. Man, I want some more coffee. But I'll just riff for a little bit here, because like I said, I don't have a real specific agenda. It is possible that Blake will stop by today, and we'll get started, possibly today, on starting to work on the follow-up to the Muse. That I did throw that out to him, that I would be available today if he wanted to get started on the process. So that's one thing that could happen today. In music news, the band Slowdive, I love them. They have a new song out, and they're getting ready to go out on tour. I watched the video for the new song. Interesting video, not exactly sure what it's about, but I love the song, Kisses. I love that band's sound. I love Slowdive. I think they're great. I do think they're actually a great band. A great band. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it short now because I didn't really prepare correctly. What am I wearing today? Oh, vinyl. Anybody still have the Vinyl Community shirts? The Vinyl Community, are you in it? Made by Jeff McLennan up in Canada. I think he stopped making videos a long time ago, shortly after he had his son. You know, things change. You know, life is like that. But thought I'd wear that today. And yeah, nothing else really comes to mind, you know, to share. I still have to dive in further to the discus music releases that were just sent to me. So maybe I'll do that today as well. Okay, people, I'm just rambling. Not much is coming to the surface. I'll talk to you in a minute.